Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got some shitty news. We are literally like months away from finishing Hope, and because of this asshole behind us with the red windows, we have to move her. Literally a few months out and she will be complete. Now, whatever, let me just show you. Let me show you what he's complained about, okay? So, I mean, the whole neighborhood for 3 years has been absolutely supportive and amazing, and they come by to see the progress, and it's kind of like a conversation when we're walking past people. But that asshole has put in a complaint, and they've created a bylaw. And he moved here after the bus was here. He bought the property when the bus was already here. And look how much he sees. Literally, like, that much of Hope. And we've got it like blocked off privately so he can't even look. I'm gonna show you his property. Like and then he sees that. Anywho, it is what it is. We have to move her. She's gotta go. Thankfully. Terry knows a really cool guy. He's actually his boss slash friend. And that is where the chicken coop is. And that is where the extra garden is. And that is where Hope gets to go, which is only 10 minutes from our home. So we are on a mission. We are stopping the work of the front entrance in the spare room, and we are getting her up and running. Terry has to connect a few things, and then we're going to bring her to her new temporary spot. But yeah, I don't know many assholes. I don't even know him. The shitty thing is that like he hasn't even come over to say, hey, who are you guys, or what's the deal, or how much longer. He just went straight to the town. Some people just have too much money and feel entitled and righteous that they should tell everybody else what to do with their life. But that's his karma, not mine. So anyways, on a brighter note, let me get back and show you my garden. Come. So, starting with my herbs. I've got, oh look, I made this actually. Check it out. I saw it on Instagram. It's just one of those old pallets. And we're not planning on being here for the winter, so we had to like kind of get rid of our pallets. Look at that. So what I did was I took out every other one, and on the top is basil. Then I've got my thyme, my dill, my cilantro, my oregano, parsley, and chives. Down there is plantain, and that's just because I either sting myself a lot with Moji's stinging nettle or cut myself um, just by my carelessness, I guess you can call it. But anyways, that down there, plantain, is life-saving, guys. See this? I know you've seen it everywhere, in your driveways, parks, everywhere. Now, the leaves probably that you find on your driveway are a little bit smaller. I've foraged these and harvested them so that they can continue to grow. But see these little tall things here? I move my joint out of the picture. There we go. See these? They stick out of the middle. You have a cut, get this leaf, roll it on the cut or chew it up, like just kind of like chomp on it, and just get the juices going and put that on the cut. Guys, anybody outdoors, van life, campers, adventure people, plantain is life-saving. It's also good for stinging nettle, which I usually sting myself on, which is Moji's allergy medicine, believe it or not. And so yeah, isn't she cute? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make more, and I'm gonna fill them with the herbs, and then I'm gonna sell them at my garage sale for like 50 bucks. I think that's good. I live in a rich area. A lot of lazy people live here. They don't have the time to do this stuff. So if I do it and I can sell it, I'm recycling my stuff, right? Anywho, back to the garden. Anything you see in a basket is strawberries. And Terry also made me this big box for more strawberries. I've got my romaine lettuce. I've got other lettuce. I've got arugula. That's wild arugula, actually. I've got the extra herbs to put in those boxes. And yeah. And then this is pineapple weed. This is a beautiful herb. It's kind of like the chamomile family. It's great for children, pregnant women. It's a beautiful, delicious tea. Anybody who comes over, I kind of make it for them, and they're like, oh my God. But check it out. They look like little balls. See them? So what I did was I kind of harvested a lot because I believe people are gonna need shit, man, and someone's gonna be there to give it to them. So I harvest a lot. But what I did was because I wanted it to continue to grow, and I created its own environment. See, it grows in gravelly, rocky areas. So I just kind of put a bit of dirt and gravel in between, and it is thriving. Look how pretty she looks. I wish that we had smell-o-vision. Like, it smells like pineapple, hence the name, pineapple weed. But actually, I'm just gonna prop her up for a second. So yeah, moving on. All right, so back to my garden. So I've got echinacea, more echinacea. Oh, my aloe's fallen over. We just had like massive like flooding water. I've got some baby mullein in here. And moving along, I've got some mint, some lemon balm, more aloe, oregano. Now this I just found. This is called lamb's ear. Now it looks like mullein. It's like soft and velvety, but see the pattern on it? It's very distinct. See that? Now this is a medicine for Alzheimer's. Look at that, eh? Super cool. So this I don't forage till like October, so I'm letting it grow. And if I can, I forage up the roots, so that way I don't, take it at the wrong time. But look at this. I've never actually found lamb's ear before. Now down here, I've got mullein in this box here. And mullein is one of my favorite herbs. I actually get excited every time I find it. Now, this is great for anybody with pneumonia, anybody who smokes. You can either dry it or use a fresh herb and make a tea, or you can dry it and then crumble it up and put it in your weed or smoke it. It's just great for clearing the lungs. So what it is if you look here, this one here, see how it's like a cabbage patch kind of deal? Well, this is the first year, so this will come back again. But see this bad boy? This is a candelabra. This is the second year of mullein. So what's going to happen is this big, hard, long vine down the middle, the stem, it will create basically a big head, and it will be covered in flowers, which too is a medicine. But this is the second year of the mullein, and this is like the first year of mullein. So I've got quite a nice little haul here. I'm hoping this guy comes back. He's standing kind of tall. But moving on, I also have here my yarrow. And as you see, it's growing beautifully with its flowers. So I like to actually, when I forage things, I don't just like pull them and take them. Like I find out how to preserve them or help them continue to grow, or like get those roots out and monitor. Like I'm actually on a new, like I found the May apple, for example, right here. This is May apple. See, it looks like a big lily pad. They grow about like, up to the knees, but they grow a fruit underneath. Do you see that? I hope you can see that. I've got the camera a really weird way. But anyways, I almost fell in the pool. So this fruit here, this fruit tastes like Starburst candy and is full of antioxidants and vitamins. Now, you don't eat the outside and you do not eat the seeds, but you eat the pulp inside. So why I have this here in a milk crate is because it's so new to me. And I don't go to the forest like every single week. My world's kind of crazy. But I wanted to be able to monitor like when this is ready. Because the reason why we don't really know about it is because all the animals get to it. So I want to try some. So I've foraged and I'm harvesting. I will harvest the fruit, but I am kind of preserving its life of the May apple. So, moving on. Last year, I took out some the stems from a wild blackberry bush. Last year, one stem. That's all I took. There's that stem. It's growing wild blackberries. And it has flourished like they do. So I have my own wild blackberries. My raspberries, they're coming up over here. This is like my 4th year for raspberries. So they will be nice and full. I got a big bush in there. And then over here, I've got some sunflowers. I've got some zucchini. In between, I have some medicine herbs. So that's common self-heal. This is common evening primrose. And that is goldenrod, I believe. And then everything else in here is tomato. Big tomato, small tomato, Italian tomato. And then I've got my garlic. I've got radish behind it. Marijuana's coming up behind that. More weed. My odd corn, because I have an actual backup garden with, I have a lot of corn. That was just extra. Didn't want to waste it. And then I've got broccoli. I've also got Moji stinging nettle down here, trying to contain it because that stuff grows like crazy. And then I've got my cucumbers coming in. And then over here, I've got a mixture of cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower. And the reason why I say a mixture is because when I made them, like from the babies with the seeds, I put it in paper towel and I labeled the paper towel roll. And yeah, that disintegrates. So then when they're starting to grow, I didn't know what anything was. And as those particular vegetables do grow, they kind of grow the same leaf like. So my app was telling me that everything was cauliflower. So we got a mixture going. A mixture of all that. It's kind of a bit of this and a bit of that. And another pot plant. And then here is just my regular red peppers, or normal peppers, sweet peppers. And then those 2 bins down there are full of cayenne pepper because I'm going to blend my own cayenne pepper this year. Because cayenne is crazy good for the body. These are just extra ones I have. Sometimes when people come to my house, I just kind of send them home with something. And then I've got my potatoes and my green onions in there. So that is what I've got going so far on the property. I'm going to take you to where the chicken coop is and where my second garden is and show you where Hope's going. Hey guys, which is at Terry's boss's house. It's where the chicken coop is. Well, where it's going to be. And this is Terry's old work trailer. I'll put the measurements in the video at some point. I don't know offhand. But this is what we're turning into the chicken coop. So we'll come inside to see what it looks like. Terry's already put a window in it. I'm putting a bit of insulation. The back half is going to be like where we keep like the feed and the stuff the chickens need. And Terry's going to build a water contraption and a food contraption. And we're going to turn this into the chicken center. And then when we go off grid, we'll end up pulling this bad boy behind us on the bus to our home base. So that's the plan. That's what we're getting up to this weekend. See how it turns out. Stay tuned. So that's what Terry's done to hook up their water there, as you see. It's like a little tube. And it's hooked up to a pipe. And, excuse me, girls. And then it goes to a, like a barrel outside that it connects to the east troughs, which then we get the rainwater from the roof. So if you see here, you just literally, just tap it and the water comes out. I'm going to do a little rock system here because as you can see, sometimes they leak a little bit. Well, one of them really did. But it works great because it's against the wall. They can't perch on it. And it is a huge source of water that's outside, so we don't have to change it every day. And then here is the food system. We fill it up from outside, so we don't even have to come in. It goes down, comes up. I do put a sprinkle of cayenne pepper in it now and again. Cinnamon surrounds those so that it keeps the ants away. And that is their food source. That's what they got. Well, hello. Hi. And then we have our garden. And this is where the bus is going. He's got some sea cans over here. Those have his vintage cars in them. They're right up there. That's where Hope's going. So this will be Hope's new home, which is so convenient because this is where we do the extra garden. This is where we tend to the chickens, where we actually probably will be spending a lot of our time. Anyways, guys, that about wraps everything up, what we've been up to. Stay tuned for the next episode, as I will be filming Hope's first voyage on a main road to our next destination. As always, thanks for your love and your support. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and the like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.